Hello traders, welcome to another exciting video on Trading Channel. It's the first video I'm making in 2025, so I just want to use this morning to wish you guys a happy new year and a prosperous trading in 2025. So we're going to start off the year by looking at our new spikes EA's performance in 2024. And for those of you who don't know what the new spike EA is, it's a forex reward designed by us at Trading Channel that was built specifically to trade the news impact on forex pairs. And I've made a very detailed video on how the new spike EA works, the functionalities and the rest of the features, but I'm just going to do a brief recap on this video. So the primary essence of the new spike EA is to trade spikes. So after news is released, the new spike EA waits for a spike, and once it detects a spike, it opens a trade in the direction of that spike, banking on the fact that the price is going to continue moving in that direction for a period of time. So during that period, you could either partially close the trade, or the trade could either go to hit the take profits or hit the stop loss as well. And I know this sounds pretty easy and simple, but in reality is not, which is one of the reasons why I would not recommend that you just download the new spike EA and trade every news out there. You're going to end up blowing your account or making lots of losses. We actually perform detailed research into the news that we are going to trade to ensure that there is a high probability that the news effect is in one direction. Now, we cannot be right all the time as we cannot predict the future, but we only need to be right a certain amount of time to cover for our trading costs and our losses, and to also make significant profit. Okay, so let's look at the performance here. Just want to refresh this so that you guys can see that it's not magic or anything here. Okay, I'm also going to be attaching the link to this MyFxbook performance and some other links as well. Okay, so you can see the new spike EA account here. So you can see that we made a gain of about 135% here, an absolute gain of 135% here. We have no trades open, and we had a drawdown of about 6.71%. So you can see clearly that we outperformed the SPX 500, the Nasdaq, and some other assets in 2024. So this was a very significant performance for the new spike EA. So let's look at some of the other features as well. We had a daily average of about 0.25%, and we had a monthly average of about 8.35% here. So let's look at the trades in detail. So in 2024, we had about 49 trades, and we had 92% of our long positions won. We had 91% of our short positions won. We had a best trade of about 157, and the worst trade of about 59.66. So that shows you that we have a significant risk to reward ratio on our trades. So we had a profit factor here of about 9.04, which is significantly high. And we had a Sharpe ratio of 0.67. Now, why this is quite low, I need you guys to understand that we just had 49 trades. Okay, so this is not a high amount of trades. If this was a high amount of trades, then our Sharpe ratio would increase as well. Okay, so we had an average win of about 17.11 pips and an average loss of about 15.68 pips as well. So the overall pips here is about 707. Okay, now let's look at the summary here. Over the course of the 49/50 trades that we had 13 trades on AED USD with 100% won. We had about 4 trades on Euro USD with 20% of those trades won and 80% of those trades lost. We also had about 11 trades on GBP USD with 100% of them won. We had about 8 trades on USD JPY with 100% of them won. Now, these are the pairs that we focused on in 2024. And one of the reasons why we focused on these pairs was because of the spread. So usually during the news announcements, the lowest spread tends to be among these pairs, which is why we trade them and not other pairs. Okay, and from this here, you can also see that USD JPY is the most volatile during news announcement. So when there is a news announcement, USD/JPY moves the most, which is why you can see even from here that we made the most profits on USD/JPY. Okay, so let's look at the hourly here. Now you can see here we have 3 hours here. We focused mainly on 3 hours. We focused on 9 a.m., 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. So the 9 a.m. is the GBP news announcements, the 3 p.m. is the USD announcements mostly, and 9 p.m. is the USD announcement. So for example, the FOMC. So you can also see the daily performance here, and the weeks of rain, and the duration. For duration, most of the trades fall under the 10-minute mark. So we had just, I think, 3 trades over the 10-minute mark. For most of the trades, we had them under the 10-minute mark. And that's going to lead us to the trades. But before that, let's look at the forecast. Now, this is a new feature done by MyFxbook, where we have a forecast that can actually forecast your trading strategy performance over the next few years. Okay, so this is non-compounding over the next 10 years, and you can see what the forecast is on this strategy. Now, I don't know the future, so I can't tell if this is actually going to be what's going to be the case, but because of the way we are trading, because of our strategy, this is the forecast that we are currently getting. So you can view this and you can try to manipulate this and see how you can go around. And this could actually help you a lot, because if you have, you know, a trading strategy and you have a goal that you want to get to, you can use this in order to understand, you know, how you can achieve that goal. Okay, so let's head over to the history, and I want to show you something here in the history and why the new spike EA is so good at this. So let's look at the history. You can see we had a trade here around 47 minutes. I think this was the highest trade duration that we had, around 47 minutes. But let's scroll down here and let's look at some of the trades. So you can see we had some trades around 3 seconds or even 2 seconds. So imagine opening a trade, right, and partially closing that trade in just 2 seconds. And this is what the new spike EA does. This is not some sort of magic or some sort of advanced, you know, stuff. This is just a simple automated system, and because it's automated, obviously it has the ability to do this. Now you can download the new spike EA from Trading Kernel. I'm also going to be attaching the link to download the new spike EA on Trading Kernel, and you can view some of the actual details here. You can see the MyFxbook performance here to this new spike EA here. You can see some of the information provided. I also made a detailed video guide on how to set up this forex robot. But remember, don't just download this forex robot and trade it on every news. We have a Telegram channel here. You can see the new spike trading channel where I publish some of the news that we are going to be trading here. So let me just go back here. You can see we traded the I think this was the FOMC. Yeah, so FOMC, we made about 4% here. And you can see what we do is that we announce that the news we are going to be trading, and we also announce the risks and some of the parameters that we are going to be using before the news announcement, so that you can just set it up, and automatically once you set it up, when the time comes and the news is released, it's going to trade the spike for you. Okay, I'm just going to scroll up and see another announcements that we had here. So you can see here, this was the I think this was the US CPI release where we lost 1% here. So you can see I publish everything here. Every time we have a trade on our new spike EA, I always publish it here. Okay, so you can see here, and we also had another announcement here where I published everything here. So in exactly 2 hours, we're trading NFP on Euro USD, trading with a 5% risk and a stop loss of 200 points. So you can see all of the information here, right? And you can see here we made about 20%, and as you can see we have just 12 members here. So if we can get up to, let's say, 100 members, we can start, you know, live streaming, you know, some of these live trading videos. We used to live stream before, but I don't think we'll live stream in the first quarter of 2024 except we get up to 100 or 200 members here, so we can live stream that. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is a very simple system. It's not complicated, and there's nothing, you know, overly advanced about it. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to answer you. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.